Hello, everyone. Happy solstice.
Hi,
Welcome to Heart and Soul Connected. I'm Aley,
I'm Keith.
and we don't have two computers to do this, so we decided to wing it this way. But we welcome you. Today is December 21st, 2020, and it's a wonderful, fortuitous day, actually. I've been looking around the internet and finding some really great tarot readings today. If you get a chance to do that, you should go and look at them. Um, I'd like to start out by reading the prayer of St. Francis just to get us going. So I'm going to let Keith do that.
Mm. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. O divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to be as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it's in giving that we receive, and it's in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it's in dying that we are born to eternal life.
Amen.
Amen.
Um, although we are not affiliated with any particular religion, because we sort of draw from all, we feel that there are some prayers that seem more universal than others. And it's always nice to begin a celebration of something with a prayer. And that's why we did that. Yesterday, we spent a lot of time working with ceremony and ritual, set up a grid of our stones and candles and incense. And would you say we tossed away the bad?
We let it go.
We let away the bad and we focused on the good, including honoring those who have gone this year and also those who are still suffering. And not just with COVID, but with all manner of troubles, homelessness, hunger, domestic violence, other diseases, fear, and heartache. Some of us even could be considered to be rageful, and we would have every right to feel that way. So, um, so today I pulled a few cards. I'm not a card reader, but I have a lot of cards, and I love my cards, and I love the ones that give me messages and really tell me exactly what they mean. And the first one was a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill, take a break. And I love it. And the reason I love it even more is you can see out the windows. And I'm not sure if all of you realize this, but doors and windows are entryways. And so a lot of times we stand on the threshold of different doorways, or we view things from a window that give us the opportunity to see outside and inside. Many times we don't look at the interior windows. Many times we just look at that which is outside of us. It's important to look both ways. You want to read that one?
I am capable. Obstacles are only as large as I believe them to be. I can achieve anything I desire with comfort and ease. I have all the necessary tools to reach my goals. When I lead with positivity and love, helpful people show up to aid my endeavors. I am capable.
One of the most important two words that you can say are I am, but watch what you say after the words I am, because that is a spoken command to the universe. So I am capable. I am worthy. One of my favorites is, and I have it on a ring, I am enough. I am enough. The way I am is enough. And so are you. The next one I really love because once again I've got it going, and it's a young girl. She's sitting in a fabulous sleigh in the sky, and she's in the flow. In the flow, everything is smooth sailing. Where we're going and how we're getting there will take its time, all in the flow. But right now, everything is looking like smooth sailing. That doesn't mean that there aren't air
Pockets.
air pockets that make things more bumpy, but it does happen. And finally, the last one, which is also a winter card, and I really was happy with this one, was moving forward to get ready for positive change. Woohoo! You can see the polar bear there, you can see the woman there, and the winter solstice is behind her, and look at the lights in the sky. Fabulous. So again, while I'm not necessarily a card reader, the cards can read really well. You want to answer? Hello, Renee. Hi.
Hi, Renee.
Nice to see you. So today we want to talk about the solstice and what kind of meaning. I'm glad you're capable, Renee. You be everything. Mm-hmm. I am that. I am. Some of the information on the solstice, I've followed the solstice for a long time, although I'm not pagan. I like a lot of the pagan ideas. And actually, if you aren't pagan and you don't know, the Christmas tree is a pagan tradition, as the Easter egg is a pagan tradition. And so again, in the wintertime, lots of traditions have been crossed over from different traditions. No, I said that twice, didn't I?
Very ancient.
Very ancient, yes. So while I honor all religions and all belief systems, and I do, because I think there's no one path to where we need to go, this particular one this particular solstice is of huge astrological importance for us this year. This year, we are in what you call the Grand Conjunction, and it is 12/21/2020. Thank you. This one here is two planets that are going to be in the sky that will appear only to be one, because they are so close together, they manifest looking like they are one planet. Jupiter and Saturn are the two planets that will be manifesting in the sky. Jupiter represents newness, exploration, but very important, expansion. While Saturn rules traditions and also has been called the taskmaster, but at the same time, I believe we're ready for these two planets to come together to bring us a new world. And while I don't rely on just astrological and metaphysical worldly views, I do take them into consideration because I do believe that they have meaning. So this astrological conjunction reminds us that if you can, I don't know if we can see it here in Washington State because it's always so cloud cover, but if you can get outside later on today, go out and look for the star. When is it? It hasn't been up since 1242?
That's the mutation.
Oh, that's the mutation. 1991, wasn't it?
No,
wasn't that one either. Sorry, you can tell we're riffing.
The 1623 was the last time that we had a
planetary conjunction.
A conjunction just like this one. But the mutation, we are changing from an earth sign astrologically to an air sign. And this particular one has not shown it. The last time this happened was back in the mid 1200s.
Yes.
And it presaged the Renaissance, the age.
Isn't that fabulous? Oh, that makes me very happy.
Yeah.
You know, when the Renaissance came, we had just come out of the pandemic, believe it or not, and it was the bubonic plague. And we came out of that, and everybody was dying and dead. Everything was dismal. Everything was dark. Everything was terrible. And the Renaissance came in and brought us beautiful new music, beautiful pieces of art. People were starting
Thinking.
to think about things, and then later on, as we go along, we'll come to other milestones. But that was the beginning of that milestone. So, you know, I remember being back in 1971, I believe it was. Ooh, I'm dating myself. High school choir. We sang Aquarius.
You were in high school?
I was in high school. And we sang This is the Dawning of the Age of Aquarius. As you well know, Hair was on Broadway, and there were a lot of songs that were coming out at that time, hippies and all that stuff. But anyway, we've been waiting for a very, very long time. I mean, it's been coming. But yeah, there is a lot happening in the heavens. You're right, Renee. Everything that's up there right now is just manifesting all these things all at once. And actually, it's nice because we've been stuck in the mud, stuck in quicksand for so long with some retrograde planets and stuff. Again, I'm not an astrologer, but I do follow the information. And so I realized that this is something that we can break through and become very, very aligned with.
So I want to interject something here. I don't know. You've got some little notes. I might be stepping on your toes a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
What we're entering now is a societal influence. What we do with it, now that's our decision. We can create or not create or destroy or whatever it is we want to do. We always have free will. But you have to look at the influences of each of these planetary, how they affect us. Saturn is the planet of the status quo. By the book.
Mm-hmm.
There's a way to do it. This is the way to do it, and you do not deviate, and you cross every I, cross every T, and dot every I. That's one influence. Then we have Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, of innovation, of newness, of throwing out the old and bringing in the new.
Vaccine.
So, I want to bring something to your attention. What we're going to be seeing, because you have two societal influenced planets that are they're not going to fight, but they're going to be stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. So we're going to have bursts of innovation, and then we're going to have, okay, up by the book, by the book, by the book. And I want you to stop and look at who we're going to be putting in as the next president of the United States, and look at his energy and go, oh.
He is by the book.
He is by the book.
Yep. But he's innovative.
But he's also changing everything. And he has the potential. He also has the not personality, but he's open. He's not stuck in the mud. He listens.
He has compassion.
He has compassion and empathy and all of the emotions that we need right now, especially after 4 years of what we just went through. But anyway, that's what I kind of think is going to happen. Where it's going to be innovative, it's going to be transformational, but it's also going to be very methodical in how it comes about.
Very good. Well, thank you.
I didn't step on your toes.
You didn't step on my toes.
Okay.
What do you know? We've been married 20 years. That's pretty good.
Oh, she put up with me for 20 years.
I want to give you some ideas if you're wanting to celebrate the solstice, but really don't have any idea of what you want to do. And nothing is right and nothing is wrong. Okay? But I want to give you some ideas if you don't have any and you want to do something special. One of the things you can do is take a salt bath. You can get some of the what do you call them? The bath salts with the
Epsom salts.
Epsom salt. Sorry, take an Epsom salt bath if you have to. If you don't have salt, or whatever you want to do, that is to clean.
Lavender is really good.
Yeah, that is to clear and clean energy and get you fresh and renewed. If you have stones, you can also use them. You can put them in the salt bath. But remember, be very careful, because there are certain stones that are too soft for that. So you want to smudge them, or you want to put them out in the moonlight at the next moonlight, or some other way of doing it. If they are harder stones, if they're crystals, if they're amethyst, if there's some of those stones, you can go ahead and do that. You can put it in a salt bath. It won't hurt anything. You want to, take them out and lovingly care for them afterwards. What this does is it really is like the rest of us. It rejuvenates the energy of the stones if you feel that they have some meaning for you. And it also clears and readies them for other work. Just like when we take a bath, it clears us and makes us feel real good for a while. The other thing you could do is you could make a wish tree. Now, you don't have to put it on a tree, but you could call in what your wishes are for people, for ideas you'd like to employ for the next year, for places that you've been to or places that you hope to be accessing. For us, we would love to travel across Canada in the summertime to get to my girlfriend's house for her daughter's wedding. Whether or not that happens or not, but we're calling it in, and we're hoping by that time COVID is taken care of. The other thing you can do is, thank the universe for the things that you have, even if those things are food, shelter, a job, a car, a friend, anything, your animals, your plants. It doesn't matter what it is, but the gratitude is what's important. The other thing we did last night was we tried to envision light around the planet, because the planet needs healing desperately. And as we know, we are suffering the effects of not having things taken care of for the last 4 years. And so we do need to do those things. Make a list, make a concrete gratitude list, and, write it down. There's something about taking a pen in your hand to a piece of paper, more so than even typing anything, that gives you head to hand to heart.
So what we did yesterday, just to let you know, we had ceremony, and we've done this many times in the past. The first thing we did before we tried any kind of manifesting, both of us, we wrote down what we would like to get rid of, what we don't need anymore.
Bad juju.
What's weighing us down?
Our weight.
That was one thing. And what I did was I took each one that I had written, and I ripped it off, and I had these little slips of paper. And then as we went through and verbalized all of this, I set fire to it, and I burned it and released it. It's gone.
And after doing that, I would hit the chime to release it as well. Something about hitting a bell or a chime that sends it off into the universe. There's our dogs. I'm sure you can hear them. Some of the other things that you can do today, if you live in a nice warm area, go take a walk in nature. There's nothing better than that. Envision that you have roots in your feet, and that they are going into the ground, and you are grounding yourself into the ground as you walk. The other thing is, envision yourself being one with the universe and welcoming in the sky and the air. You're taking ritual, and you're just making it personal to whatever belief system that you have. So, we use smudging. We take sage and so on, and we use smudging. We smudge and we put it in a abalone shell, You can buy them wherever. Not that you're going to get them today. You take an abalone shell. You put your sage and your sweetgrass and so on in there. You light it. And what you have in that bowl is earth, fire, water, and air, all working together, the 4 elements. And so this is what the Native Americans, why they did what they did. And the smudge bowl is to clear the energy. And that's what I was saying when I was saying you could also do that with your stones if you have a smudge. Now they're selling some smudge spray, so you can even do that. And there's smudge candles out there as well. But honestly, all you really need to do is take a candle, just a candle, any candle, and you can light it. And you don't have to pray. You can just say, bring me some good stuff this year. I appreciate. I am that I am. Burning incense, if you have it. Some people have allergies and they can't really do that, so it's understood. But these concrete ideas that you can do will hopefully bring you some kind of a ceremonial feeling, as though you were in some sort of sacred concordance with the universe in the way that the solstice is playing out.
And the only thing that matters is what you believe and how you feel and what's important to you.
Mm-hmm.
You can make it as simple or as elaborate as you choose. It's completely up to the individual.
That's right. I always felt like when I first started doing ritual and ceremony that I had to find a way to do this the right way. I had books and I had all these other things.
And I need a recipe book.
I need a recipe book for this, but you don't. You don't need it. You really don't.
Nope.
You don't need a recipe book for anything.
Mm-mm.
You find what you need to find at the time you need to find it. And
as a matter of fact, yesterday's ceremony for us, I made a comment about this, was the most elaborate that we've ever done.
True.
Ever.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't plan it. We just kind of went by the seat of our pants.
Yeah, we had just I had just received an altar that was made by a gentleman in New York that I had ordered, and it wasn't supposed to come in until after New Year. So that was excellent. And all it is really just like a cask. It has a top on it, but it's just a small little altar. Actually, I got this one so I could travel with it if I wanted to. And I put some stones on it. I have my picture on Instagram. And but it's on under Flaneur du Jour. It's not under Heart Connected. And we had all the chakra candles, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. I had white and black, and also silver. And I had all
three different types of incense.
Yeah, and all different colors of stones, and all different sizes and shapes of stones. And for me, it was just that's what I felt drawn to do. It does not mean that you have to have all those things. And this has taken me many, many years over time, because I started my metaphysical journey more or less in the 70s, but I didn't really put it into overdrive until the 90s. So, and then it ebbed and waned. So, so what else do you want to say before I close us out here, sir? Anything?
Nothing off the top of my head.
Okay. So we'll be back riffing. I guess this is a good way for us to riff. It's a good way for us to connect it with people. I will try to be a little bit better about planning it. And I want to recognize Renee, who is in charge of the wonderful Tarot Love community over at Instagram. And she also posts a lot of information for readers and other people that are interested in metaphysical topics. And I just haven't gotten a chance to tell her early enough for her to put it up there for us, but I will be doing that really soon. And catch Keith tomorrow. He's going to be back with Lilac Lanterns Andrea, and I probably will poke my head in there too. And he's and she are going to talk about manifesting. And that's on Tuesday at after 6 o'clock Pacific time. Yeah. So that would be 3 Eastern. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it's 6 o'clock Eastern.
I haven't got a specific time yet.
We'll get it up there for you. So I wish you all well. I hope you have a fabulous solstice. This one is so important. Go and read some of the solstice readings that are online right now. I'm going to be also rewatching one from the Queen's Tarot. She focuses it with some astrological information. Of course, Lilac Lantern is out there, and there are others out there that I listen to. And I wish you well. Namaste. I'll close out with what Mother Teresa said. People are often unreasonable, irrational, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you're successful, you will win some unfaithful friends and some genuine enemies. Succeed anyway. If you're honest and sincere, people may deceive you. Be honest and sincere anyway. What you spend years creating, others could destroy overnight. Create anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, some may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today will often be forgotten. Do good anyway. Give the best you have, and it will never be enough. Give your best anyway. In the final analysis, it's between you and God. It was never between you and them anyway. Namaste.
Namaste.